I had some scrap plywood and I wanted to show you how you can make a bending jig easily. What I've done is just drew some square lines, and first we're going to concentrate right here, and that I drilled out to, what is it, 11/64, and I have a galvanized nail. I don't know my nail sizes, so anyway, that fits very well right in there. It's quite nice, and you want to be able to look down on what you're doing. You want to be able to get your little mark right behind there, and when you bend, you can keep an eye on that mark, and you can see if you're going off one way or the other. That keeps your bend accurate, your copper the same length as it should be, because sometimes when we're making phase lines, we're consuming a lot of copper, and your copper is not cheap. But it's very simple. With the nail, I line my black mark up, and I'm pulling with my fingertips on both sides of the copper and bend it around. Try to hang on to it. And it's hard for me to see, but if I can get right over it. Now right there is the angle we want for a bow tie. And you can see that mark stayed right at the back of that post. So we have a nice little loop. You don't want to make sharp V bends. You don't want to make square bends. You want a nice rounded loop. It's copper. You need a flow here. Think of water sometimes in a hose. You need to have a flow. And you can adjust that. You can tighten it. And then just adjust it out to whatever your angle is. And that will fit nicely over a screw, under a screw. And you'll have a nice bow tie. So here again, a longer piece of copper. I'm just going to bend that around. And push it together. Now, I want to make a secure loop. You can see my mark there. It's just slightly off, which is okay. It's not, you're not building a SpaceX spaceship to Mars. And I take this pincher, end cutters, and I pinch it together. And as I'm pinching it, I pull that back. It's very nice. And then I squeeze it together again. Now for hoverman, there's a nice right angle there. And I've shown this before, and I kicked myself because the loop was off from the angles, and I had to adjust it later, but you can adjust it right now by pushing one of the arms back or pulling it forward, whichever you want to do. And you have to open it up, try to get it out of there. But it makes a nice little loop. That's very secure. I saw a video of the guy's antenna, and it was falling apart as the person was trying to put it together. And I don't want my pieces falling apart. And another thing is, if it's not made correctly, if you don't do it the best way you can, it can fall apart on you when you get it way up your mast or up on the roof. When you're looped on like that, that's not very much holding power when you put a screw on top of it. and it can work its way loose. And I have had copper come loose. This won't come loose. Good luck.